So basically, GDSC is a program that's actually supported by Google developers, and the whole goal is to help students bridge the gap between theory and practice. And so our aim is to help students explore technologies not only just related to Google, but really anything you're passionate about, and to learn that outside of the classroom. And as you saw in the video, GDSC is a part of a global community. There's more than 1,000 GDSCs in the world today. We welcome any student to join us regardless of your major, experience, or year. As long as you're willing to learn and you're passionate about helping others grow and make an impact on the community, we'd be very happy to have you join our team. As a part of GDSC, throughout the year, we're going to be hosting technical and professional skill development workshops that anyone is open to attending. Along with that, during a lot of our workshops, you're going to get access to Google's preferred learning path, which you usually do have to pay for, but this could be up to $666 a year in value. And if you join our team as a tech lead, you're going to get the opportunity to benefit from mentorship and also leadership and building your communication skills.
So, hi everyone, let me remind you, I'm Yash Nani and I'm Director of Fundraising. So we have a lot of things lined up this year, okay? So first, starting with Google Technology Workshop, not a particular order, we can go in any order, but there are a lot of things where we will hold Google Technology Workshop where we'll teach about the Google technologies. We will have talks from Google experts. We'll have social networking events where you can connect with other tech leads. Now, tech leads are things you don't know about. We'll talk about in a few minutes. And we will have a lot of collaborative events with other CS clubs. So you can join you can learn about other clubs. You can work with GDSC and talk to them about GDSC and network out through those events. And we will have career-based workshops where you can build your resume, your LinkedIn, everything. So it's a really good opportunity to join GDSC.
So this is the Solutions Challenge 2023. It'll be released next year. And this is only open for GDSC clubs. So if you want to take part in this, you have to be a GDSC member. So please join us as the tech lead. And last year's topic was to build a product that helps meet one of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals using Google technologies. And for next year, the exact rules will be released in Jan 2023. And we have a small video from one of the winners from this year about the project they made.
The next step, the user can make the Google experience evaluation. The whole that possibility turns Google contact with the doctor. We are in other projects with the evolution and make into a consistent feature and development. The truly wherever the fact
So this was a video from one of the winners from Solution Challenge 2022, and these challenges are given to us by Google, and it's only open to GDSC Club. We have various prizes, which also includes mentorship from Google. So to take part in it, you have to be a part of our club, so make sure to apply. And we are hiring 3 positions right now. The first one is tech leads. Sean will be talking more about this. The second one is the design director and the marketing director. So if any of these positions interest you, we will have the QR code for these applications further in the presentation. So make sure to scan the QR code at that time.
Everybody can hear me, right? Okay. So let me tell you all about what the Tech Lead program is. So Tech Lead program has been a flagship program for GDSC. And what we basically do is we try to make like-minded peoples come together. So let's say you're interested in a particular technology, be it machine learning, web development, any other thing, like the list is not limited. We'll see if there are others who have similar interests as you. And then you, like the team can basically work on any sort of project, workshop, and it doesn't have to be limited to any sort of project or workshop. It can be anything that you can imagine. You want it to be a blog that you want to publish, you want to research about that, you can do as a part of our Tech Lead project. You want to probably just study about theoretical aspects, do not want to make a project, you can achieve that. So like anything that you can imagine. And this might sound like a cliche, but this is the truth that tech leads are actually the main force behind GDSC. So how do you know if you are someone which GDSC is looking for? If you're passionate about new technologies, you want to learn new skills, and more importantly, if you're eager to share your knowledge with the community. So a vision of GDSC is basically to create a technical community, a community where we don't only learn for our own selves, but we learn to share our knowledge with others. So the idea is that we hope that being a part of the club, being a part of our Tech Lead program, you will get enough resources, enough mentorship, and you'll have enough opportunities to work on something that you'll be actually able to teach it to others later on. So like you don't necessarily have to just teach it. There are various ways in which you can contribute to the community through your work. So that aspect of service is always there with GDSC. And obviously you should be motivated to apply to technologies in ways that can help others. So it might still feel like, what do tech leads really do? So let me give you a few examples of what tech leads have done in the past. Tech leads have learned and then shared knowledge about technologies through some workshops. So there have been workshops about Firebase, which is a backend development platform. There has been a workshop about Flutter. You might know it's a cross-platform development tool. So basically you write single code that runs on Android, iOS, web, and now even Mac, Windows, and Linux. So that's actually created by Google. And then there have been workshops about some Google Cloud technologies as well. And you might know they are a little expensive to get access to, but you get access to them for free if you're a part of GDSC. So there have been workshops about confidential computing, which is like, how do you transfer data securely from one machine to another? How do you create Kubernetes cluster and all? And again, as I said, the possibilities are limitless. It's not just about workshops. There are a lot of things that you can do. So you might not be aware of this, but the Android app development course, which is called ECS 198F on campus, is actually an initiative by Google Developer Student Club. So this student-led course was supported by GDSC. So if you have any ambitions which you feel like, oh, probably I cannot do it because I don't have resources, trust me, we can all work together to make that happen. I think I'm pretty much everybody should be clear now why you should become a tech lead. But if you still have any confusions, let me give you a brief overview. Firstly, you'll get access to great learning resources. I mean, $660 per year worth of technology access is not less, in my opinion. Then you will develop a vast network of connections, not only within GDSC, but even with GDSC chapters across North America and the globe. There are over 100 chapters in North America, that is USA and Canada, and a lot more across the world, across the continents. So you can get to network with those people. You'll obviously build teamwork skills because you're working on a project in collaboration with somebody else. You're creating an impact in the community because we hope that directly or indirectly through your project, people around us will benefit. You will become career ready because you will be learning industry level skills. And there are also opportunities to become executive tech lead. How can you get involved? We don't need you to be a CS major or a CSE major. We don't need you to have 100 things listed on your resume. We don't have any GPA requirements. We are open to all majors and all skill levels. And actually, Siddharth will tell you more about the entire timeline. But all we hope from you is determination, passion, and willingness to learn and share your knowledge with others. And also a commitment to GDSC to work on your project. Also, tech leads will be required to attend a certain number of events each quarter. So these events would be, as we already told about, some sort of socials or somebody who's a Google developer expert coming and talking about a technology, or maybe a resume building workshop. So like we have a lot of things in process, in planning. Hopefully everything works out well. But that was pretty much from my side. And we can also try to get actual Google software engineer to come and give tips. Don't hold me on that. We are trying basically. Yes. So over to you, Siddharth.
That's
Um,
Oh, sorry, I forgot. It was Manav's slide. So sorry.
So let's go over the timeline so you can mark your calendars and be prepared for whatever allows you to be a part of GDSC, and we can't say it enough. We would love to have you on board. So mid-late October, we will complete interviews. So you should be applying right now, and we will complete our interviews by late October. The beginning of November, we will start finalizing, putting you guys in teams, seeing who's like are similar, and then you can start working. And then rest of the fall quarter, yes, you could work with your team, and you will have that much time to build a project, learn more about whatever you choose. You can choose a specific technology which you want to use, or we can just do like for web development, you can use React, JavaScript, React, JavaScript, and whatever languages you would like. For winter quarter, you would prepare a small project using the same technology, and you would probably present it or post a workshop or anything that you like. And spring quarter, you would create an even larger project, which would be like a community-wide workshop or something that's for social good, whatever you like. I think at GDSC, we believe in giving you guys the flexibility to do whatever you love to do. And that's why we all love working at GDSC, because we get to do what we love. So yeah, so I would say mark your calendars and start applying as soon as possible, and we would love to get to know you.
Okay, so hi everyone. So if once you join the tech lead, once you join as a tech lead, everyone will be formed into teams with these like really cool looking sounding names. So here are some examples of what some teams did in the past. So we have Team Tarantula, which was a web development focused team, which presented a workshop using React and Redux. They workshopped how to use those combinations to create a basic accounting application. Team Neuron was a machine learning focused one who presented two workshops. The first one was how to make a basic machine learning model, while the second one was more advanced, talking about neural networks as an example. Team Byte is a used the Google Natural Language API with Python to create workshops and applications on how to use like sentiment analysis and content classification. And finally, Team Atari was an augmented reality AR based team, which presented workshops on how to use Unity and the Vuforia engine to start your first AR application. So more examples will be listed inside our tech lead application, and those examples will also be more verbose and more detailed. So if you'd like to learn more about that.
Just to reiterate, it's not only limited to workshops. We already talked about a lot of things that you can do. So feel free to reach out. We can discuss about things. These are just some examples of what people have done in the past.
So here's our application. It's due October 12th, 2022 at 11 to 9 p.m. And just to, as mentioned before, this is a very beginner-friendly one, application and position. It's no coding experience is really required. All we're asking for is commitment, because when you're in teams, it will require heavy collaboration and working together with your teammates. So we're not looking for people who show up on the first day, the first meeting, and then don't respond for the rest of the year.
Oh, wait, did everyone just sign up for the
Yeah.
tech lead?
Yeah.
You got the QR code? Yeah, no problem.
We'll even keep it open after the.
Yeah, after the event, we can open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I promise, thank you. And if anyone would like to join our core team, we're still opening, two positions. One would be, the design director. You'll be working with the marketing director to design graphics, for our socials. And the application deadline for both of, these positions is also October 12th at, 11:59. And we're also open for a marketing director. And the exact responsibilities are listed on the application, but basically you will promote our events to students across campus and work along with the design director for our social media accounts. Yeah, and if you guys would like to join our core team or knows anyone who has these skills, please let them know and yeah, please apply as well.
Go back to the QR code source. This is the QR code for TechLead app. Scan it if you haven't yet. Also, if you're on our Discord, we'll have everything there. So
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Is there any particular resume format you want to upload? Like, where should I link projects? Do I just put them on GitHub for you?
So we do have like place for uploading your resume. So probably you can add links to your resume. Or I mean, do we have?
You can link your
Yeah.
GitHub in your
Yeah.
resume,
Get up.
and you can give a short description of each project, whatever you've done.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to scan this.
Okay, so you guys got to know about GDSC, and it's really good opportunity for all of you to join because you will learn, actually build your resumes because you're going to do a quarter-long projects, and those be 2 projects. You can work on anything you want. That's be really good to learn different skills, communication and leadership skills. So talking about another opportunity we are having, so this is Stack Hacks, which is an annual hackathon hosted by students from Sac State and from Davis. It's happening virtually October 15, 16. And it's 24 hours, and you're gonna get prizes worth 8,000 in cash and in kind services. So you can apply at sackhacks.io. Can you move to the next slide, please? Yeah, and you can scan the QR code here to apply for the SACHACS. And if you complete your registration, then you can get one sticker over here to show us the registration about the SACHACS.
Yeah, we
We have
have
really
cute
cool,
little
cute.
dog and cat stickers if you want, so.
We have names for these.
Yeah, so if you can complete the registration, you can get one free sticker.
Laika.
Thank you.
Doge. We have names for these. So this is Laika and this is Doge. And these were the first 2 animals to go into space.
Yeah, and
So
it's not
join-
related to the crypto.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's happening next to next weekend. So please apply for sackhacks.io.
It's a great opportunity
Share
to
with
learn
your
design.
friends too.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to learn your design skills, start coding, and start thinking about any company you want to start launching.
And as we already said, one last thing, GDSC is
Cool.
trying to get so many things done. So GDSC is powering SACHACS as well. So just to let you guys know, you should join GDSC.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for coming. We're gonna open this up to a little Q&A session now. So if any of you have any questions, feel free to raise your hands.
Yeah, so what are some of the bigger projects that you guys worked on at the team? Like talk about the project development.
Can you talk about team here?
Yeah, sure.
No, wait, let Sham let the team.
Okay, so you would have seen the slide about Team Neuron. So I was a part of that team actually last year. So what we basically did was almost all of us didn't have much knowledge about machine learning and all. So we basically used to meet talk about things, learn about those things. And as a result, we were able to give a series of workshops. The first one was focused on basic machine learning, like machine learning models. And we tried to basically cover different aspects. So regression, SVM, like almost all the basic models we covered, their mathematical details and coding for them. And the second workshop was actually about image recognition. So the attendees of the workshop actually coded their handwritten digit recognizer. So you give the image and the machine tells you what the digit was. So like that was one example of what this team did. But as you already saw, the project about ECS 198F, that's a pretty huge project. So many people are benefiting from it at this point. Like go to Schedule Builder, you can register for that class, take that class thing. So yeah, these are like two examples. And our TechLead application actually has a list of some other projects as well. So if you go to that link, you'll see it there.
Or is it like workshops? and things like
It's a
that?
software project basically, like physical product.
Yeah, I mean, we can do
Yeah.
physical products, but
Yeah.
in the past 2 years, I think none of the teams worked on making a physical product. But we strongly encourage if you have an idea about that,
Yeah.
let's do it.
So basically, the project topic is totally dependent on the tech leads. If you want to work on something physical, then you are more than welcome to work on it. So
Any other questions?
Okay.
Do you think that, like, that, applicants from all skill levels, what is usually the basis for rejecting applicants if they don't make it to the interview?
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, so like the number one thing we want to see in your applications is that you're motivated to learn. Like if we're interviewing someone and it seems like they're not really interested in learning and like making impact on other people, or like maybe like they're not as willing to learn about like collaboration and like just work with others, I think those are like the major two like red flags that we would watch out for. But yeah, do you have to add?
Yeah. And I mean, when we say different skill levels, we also mean to say we try to pair people with similar skill levels together. So I mean, if you're an expert in machine learning, don't be discouraged to apply because you'll feel like you'll be paired with somebody who you won't learn from. We try to pair people with equal skill levels. And that is kind of the main motivation of having those interviews, to see and find the best group for a person so that everybody can benefit from it.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say you don't have minimal coding experience, like what are you gonna look for then? Because if you're not like an expert on something.
Yeah. So again, I'll repeat the same thing. All we want is passion, determination, and motivation to work on something. If you're passionate about something, you'll give a lot of time working on it throughout the year. And that's all we want. We basically don't want somebody to commit and we basically pair them and like create groups and start working. And then the person is like, I'm like stopping it. I'm not working kind of thing.
You can say they were raising hand. Okay.
You have an acceptance gap in the tech lead, position.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like we haven't exactly decided yet because it's like gonna determine on like who applies and like yeah how many we get. But
it
yeah.
also depends on the number of applications we get.
Yeah.
So
Then will it be filtered by experience or how will it be filtered?
Yeah, so again, it would be filtered by like whoever like doesn't seem very motivated to learn. That's really like, the major like criteria here. We don't really care about your skill level. Like the whole point of GDSC is to like help you learn.
Someone behind you.
Yes, if we're not actually working actually on the project, right, we need to set.
Oh, can you repeat it?
If we're not a tech lead, but we're still interested in actually join them and work on the project.
Okay, so our events are open to everybody.
Yeah.
So if you're not committing to working on a project, you're still very much welcome to coming for our events. But if you want to work on a project, you have to be a tech lead.
So basically, all the members in a team are known as tech leads. It's not a specific leadership position, if you're asking that. Every member who joins a team and is working on a project would be known as a tech lead.
But we do have a leadership position in each team, which is called executive tech lead. And that is what was mentioned in the slides. So if you're also looking for leadership opportunities along with working on your project, then that is also there.
And that's mentioned on the link to
In the tech lead application.
application. Yeah. Wait, yeah, he was raising that. So now-
When you guys build up that video in the beginning, and you're working towards one of the goals, is that like a final, like, do you guys do that on year basis? Or is that something that we pitch and then we work as a team on, like, how does it work?
The solutions challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah, so basically that challenge is presented to us by Google. It's a year, it happens basically every year. And GDSC clubs from university can go and take part in it. So if the tech lead teams want to work on the solution challenge project, you're more than welcome to like learn technologies beforehand. And in Jan 2023, the rules will be released. So at that time, all the tech lead teams can probably decide on a project, and then you guys can present it during the solutions challenge in 2023.
so like, may I know what you guys did like previously? Do you ever took part towards something like that?
We took part in training.
Yeah, so last year we weren't able to take part in it, and I'm not really sure about the years before. 'Cause I was other.
Yeah, yeah. I'll take it.
Meet our previous
Ex-
GDSC lead.
Hey everyone. Don't know why I got the applause, but okay.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I'm Aditya. I was the GDSC lead last year. Super excited to see y'all here again today. So yeah, for solution challenge, last year we didn't receive enough interest to fully go through with it, but we're hoping to make that better this year. But we do have a bunch of experience from years before. In fact, one of the projects that originated from our GDSC, it's called Veggie Buddy. I think you guys could look it up. It was placed in, I believe, it received a honorable mention in the top 10 finalized list. So what I meant to say by that is that we do have a bit of experience in supporting people and making sure that they have all the resources they need to compete successfully in the solution challenge if they expect it.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
What project did you do for the solution challenge? I'm curious.
I don't remember all the projects that GDSC has submitted so far. GDSC has been here since, I believe, 2018. Yeah, so it is a different team member worked on it. I wasn't there, but basically the app, its goal was to help vegetarians find proper food options across campus and in Davis. And oh yeah, I can see a few nods in the audience. Yeah, I mean, I personally think the project is super interesting, and I think the best place to learn about it is to just search it on the internet. I don't know all the details by heart, but yeah.
What year was
It was
2020,
2020.
2020.
2020, I think.
I guess.
It was either 2019 or 2020.
Yeah. Anyone has any questions? Okay.
Can I ask how many active members of the
Oh, so basically the tech leads that had joined last time, they are again applying for this. But obviously, if you were a tech lead last time, you'll get some preferences.
Yeah.
Oh, the application is already live.
Yeah.
Oh, if you didn't get it, we can just show it if you're.
But also like if you were a tech lead last year, you don't have to apply again if that's what you were asking. Like once you're a tech lead, you can keep being a tech lead during future years as well.
Active members in the club.
So we don't really have like an active member system because our main program is a tech lead program. Like the number of like attendees that attend our events are pretty like variable. It just like depends on like, how many people show up to like specific workshops.
But if you're asking about chapter members, I think we are pretty close to 300 chapter members from UC Davis.
Okay. You also had a question. As we said before, we need to know based on the applications how many will recruit. So once we receive all the applications, then only we can decide how many will recruit out. And it's based on interviews as well. So show that you're motivated and you're committed, because we don't want you to start off and then give up at the in the middle of the thing. We want you to be committed and work hard towards your projects. Because all these projects are going to be really good incentive for your resumes as well. So they can show like your leadership skills, your collaboration skills, plus you'll hold workshops as well. If you're going to go along with the project in the workshop format. which can also show your communication skills. And I feel like these skills are really important to be seen in your resume and to apply for jobs. So if you are eager and motivated, you all should definitely apply for tech lead application.
I see a little disturbance here, so just wanted to reiterate. SAC Hacks is happening October 15th and 16th.
Yeah.
24 hours, you'll build something which is really good for your resume. $8,000 worth of prizes, cash in kind, sponsored by IBM. Probably good opportunity to network with people as well. And if you register, you get these
Free
stickers.
Yeah, so if you show us
The
the
non
registration.
crypto Doge, yes. So this is the Doge. I don't know which is the Doge.
Yeah.
First years, we tech leads as well.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
I just want to clarify, do you like participate as a call club or just by the team?
Oh,
Participate
there.
in.
Like this,
It's by the team, I guess.
It's by teams.
Yeah.
also not the whole,
No. It depends on the
But
project
you
you're
have to
running.
be a part of the club. too.
Yeah.
and also often.
Uh,
So basically, it's pretty flexible in the sense that, like, depends on project to project basis. So for some projects, we need a lot of support from the team, like reaching out to people, getting advice from people, or other things. Then probably every week, less than a week, depends. If there are projects which are pretty independently which can be done, then gaps of weeks can also be there. So like depends on your needs, the team's need basically.
Are there any more questions?
yeah. Sorry, we can't hear.
Yeah, so are you asking about the tech lead program? Yeah, so it's honestly pretty variable because again, you're gonna be working on like projects. And so it really depends on what project you choose to work on as a team. But yeah, definitely like a few hours a week. It really just like depends on your time management as well, because if you're like waiting to like the last like minute to like work on a project, of course, it's gonna take you a really long time. And then like if you do get into the tech lead program, you will also be required to have meetings with the technical director if you're an executive tech lead. But yeah, don't worry too much about that right now. That's just like more if you're interested in a leadership opportunity within the tech lead teams.
Is there a showcase at the end of this quarter or next
Next quarter, because this quarter we started off, and like I think so by the end of October we'll accept the application and form the tech leads. So I don't think so it'll be a good amount of time to work on projects. So you can just start learning the technology, start thinking about your projects at that point, and start thinking about whatever you want to do. Like if you want to do the blog, you can do that as well. And then by the end of next, after the winter quarter, like at the end of the winter quarter, we can start planning out the workshop. And I feel during winter quarter, we're planning to do smaller projects because if you do a bigger project, I feel it'll be a lot of kind of harder for people who are starting off newly. So if you start off with a small project and then move to a bigger project during spring quarter, it'd be better opportunity. Plus, you can hold a bigger workshop during after the spring quarter, which will be a community-wide workshop. And after the winter quarter, you're going to hold a tech lead form of workshop where you're going to present it only to the tech leads, not to everyone. So it's gonna be a small project.
You might feel like a lot of questions, answers a little iffy, but that's just because we have a lot of forms of projects that you can do. So obviously, if you're working on a workshop format project, the requirements, the time commitment, the way things would work are very different from if you're working on creating a course for others, or that would be very different if you're working on a software project. That would be different from if you're working on a hardware project. So that's why these answers are a little bit iffy. But obviously, before we start a project, we'll have a talk about what are the how we want to structure it based on your preferences.
You also have it.
Yeah, so next meeting is until after application, right?
Yeah, so basically you'll
Then
apply
Yeah.
now. We'll reach out to you about the
We'll
same.
interview out, then
Yeah,
after
but we
that.
might have an event before that. We're still planning it.
Yeah.
So we'll let you all know through Discord. So make sure to join the Discord.
Yeah.
Does anyone else need the Discord link or?
if you need any link, there were so many links just come out in the end and
And if you want stickers, just show us the registration.
Yeah.
for
And
Slack.
also we're gonna share the slides in the Discord as well.
I'm gonna be here for the next few minutes, so.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for coming. If you have any questions, feel free to come up to us for the next few minutes. Thank you.